Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wacha Kwadash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect, the faithful brothers who are out there pushing the word in truth and sincerity, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. All right. And that's for the sisters out there too, who are reverencing their husbands, doing their best to please the Most High, doing what is expected of them. All right. So we're gonna go into the main topic today was gonna be the destruction of wickedness, and more specifically, Babylon the Great. Okay. So I'll start off with Second Ezra 4 and 37, which reads, "By measure had he measured the times, and by number had he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor steer them until the said measure be fulfilled." All right. And when you go into that word times, it goes into dominion. All right. So the Lord has numbered the times, and he also numbered the dominions, the time where the time of when the heathens are gonna rule, the time when Esau Edom is gonna rule, even the time when we were ruling was timed. All right, it was numbered. All right, the only kingdom that will not have a number is the kingdom of heaven, when Yahweh Shai is gonna come and instill righteousness on the earth. All right, so at the end of the day, it's just to say that everything has been numbered. Everything's organized in the sense that everyone has their time to rule. All rulership have their time, okay, their time and place. It says here in 2 Ezra 6 and 7, "Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? When is Esau going to the kingdom of Esau Edom going to be destroyed and replaced with the kingdom of Yahushai?" That's what Ezra was asking Uriel. Okay, and it says here, "And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau." And those are the main the protagonist and the antagonist. Jacob being the protagonist and Esau being the antagonist. They're the main characters in the story, right? Okay, so this is everything that we're seeing now is basically the fight even outside the womb of Jacob versus Esau. Okay, and it says here, verse 9, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." So when it says Jacob is the end of the world, is meaning that Jacob is Esau is the end of the world, meaning that Esau is the end of this time. So when Esau falls, the destruction of his kingdom occurs. This is going to mean that the kingdom of Jacob is going to be the next. There's going to be a perpetual kingdom that's going to last forever, because righteousness is what establishes a kingdom. And because of the fact that we're going to have the law, statutes, and commandments in us, we won't be able to go off. That is why our kingdom is going to remain forever, because we will always please the Most High. Everything that we'll do will be according to the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, so it says here in Job 14 and 5, "Seeing his days are determined." You see, that goes into times. His days, it's numbered. The kingdom of Esau Edom is numbered, and he's circling the drain pertaining to this title too. Okay, "Seeing his days are determined, and the number of his months are with thee, that has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." So there's a time, there's a place, there's a time and a date where the kingdom of Esau Edom is going to fall, and he cannot go above it. The same way that Esau Edom can't go into space, he can't go to the moon, because there's a bound. Okay, there's a limit to what he can do. He's limited on his rulership, right? He was given the sword to destroy. He's not going to use it to bring peace. No, he's going to come in to destroy, man. You see, those are his limits. Okay, it's like his set attributes. When you do a my player, you create a dunker. He can't shoot. You see, so that's the same way with Esau Edom. There's a time and a place, and his kingdom is going to fall. Okay, it says here in Sirach 10 and 4, "The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable." And that one is Yahushai. And in that due time is at the end of Esau's kingdom. the end. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. And Jacob, Yahweh Shai represents Jacob in that instant. Okay, it says here in Sirach, so like Second Ezra 4:28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So at the end of the day, this kingdom has to be destroyed. It must be destroyed in order to for the kingdom of heaven to be established. That is the last and that is why it tells us when Yahushua comes back, he's gonna have many crown on his head. He's gonna have many crown on his head because he's gonna take over all these wicked kingdoms. Okay, he's gonna destroy all these wicked kingdoms and establish righteousness on the earth. Right? It must be done. Okay, right. That's why Esau, Edom, and Jacob cannot rule at the same time because they're adverse. They're two manner of people. Okay, that's why also they're fighting in the womb because their spirit is different. Okay, and that is why they're, in a sense, we can say that they're this. They're both sides of a coin. Okay, when one is face down, one is face up. So when Jacob is gonna be face up, Esau is gonna be a base and is gonna be in a low state. Okay. It says here in Psalms 37 and 35, I have seen the wicked in great power. And also you see that's as it said in the previous verse, evil has to be destroyed. Evil has to be rooted out for righteousness to be on this earth. That's why the Lord is going to destroy Babylon the Great. He's going to destroy all these other kingdoms to instill righteousness on the earth. All right. So it says here in Psalms 37 and 35, I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yet I saw him, but he cannot be found. Okay, so at that point, so yes, Esau Edom is in power, but there's gonna be a time where he's not gonna be in power. He's not. We're gonna look for him, and he's gonna be, it's not gonna be found. Okay, it says here, mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. Okay, the end of the righteous man, the end of those that seek Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua in truth and sincerity, okay, is gonna be peace, meaning the kingdom of heaven. We're gonna inherit the earth. Okay, but it says here, but the transgressor shall be destroyed together. It's like, but the transgressors shall be destroyed together, and the end of the wicked shall be cut off. Okay, so the end of the wicked, mainly Esau Edom, because Esau Edom is going to be destroyed after 1,000 years of servitude, of harsh servitude under the Israelites. Okay, but it says and the others and the other nations, they're going to be under subjection unto the Israelites, but they're going to have their land. They're going to have their benefits in a sense. It's Edom being the wicked that he is. He's going to be Edom being the third part of man, meaning the sons of the wicked. He's going to be destroyed because there's no place for wickedness in the kingdom of heaven. As soon as we're done, as soon as 1,000 years have been fulfilled, Esau is going to be destroyed. Okay? It says here in Proverbs 2 and 21, for the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out. And when you say rooted out, it's as if you plant a tree. If you plant a plant in your garden and you cut it, if the root remains, the plant can still come back. But in that sense, when the kingdom of heaven is established, the transgressors and the wicked are going to be rooted out, meaning they won't be back. They won't come back. It will be impossible for them to come back. Okay, as it says here in Jude 1 and 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth as an example, suffering the vengeance of the eternal fire. And what was the end of those cities? Destruction. Okay, the only thing you see, if you go to Sodom right now, you all you see is ashes. You see, it's not an inhabitable land. It's desolate. Okay, and this was an example of what's gonna happen to Babylon. Okay, it's gonna be let me get that. Can. It says here in Revelation 18:2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. It's gonna be a literal desert. The whole land is gonna become a desert. All right. And the thing is, it says the Babylon the Great is fallen. It's fallen. It's destroyed. Finally, it's destroyed, man. Right? That's just to tell you, man. The same way that Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed is the same way that Babylon the Great is gonna be destroyed as well. Okay. It says here in Jeremiah 49:12, for thus said the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? So we know that the Lord, he cannot be mocked. You shall reap what you sown. You know. So Esau has been sowing in carnality, has been sown in wickedness. So he's gonna reap that. Okay, he's gonna go unpunished for all the wickedness that he's done throughout the whole world. That bloody man. You know, it was nothing for him to shed blood, as it says. So blood shall pursue him. He's gonna be destroyed. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Okay? For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. Okay, the Lord is gonna eradicate, and destroy Sodom and Babylon the Great, which is spiritually called Saddam. Okay, it tells us in Sirach 21:9, the congregation of the wicked is like a tool wrapped together, and the end of them is a flame of fire to destroy them, and that fire is the nuclear missiles. Right? The Lord is gonna put the spirit on these other nations to press the red button to send those nuclear missiles on Babylon the Great, and that's the end of it. You know, and there's no escaping. Okay, it is going to be destroyed, man. Okay. It says here, the way of the sinner is made plain with stones, but the end thereof is the pit of hell. Okay, the end of the wicked is the pit of hell. And when you go into hell, it goes into the grave, so meaning death. It goes into low estate, and it goes into slavery. So that all the sense of all the three senses of hell is what's gonna happen unto Esau Edom. Right? They're gonna be destroyed. They're gonna be destroyed after 1,000 years. They're gonna be in the lowest state, and they're gonna go through slavery for 1,000 years. Okay, so that's their end. Okay, it says here in Nahum. It says here in Nahum 1:7, the Lord is good and a stronghold in the day of trouble. He knoweth them that trust in him. So if you trust the Lord, he knows you. You know, my sheep hear my voice, you know, and unto another he will not answer. So the Lord knows who belongs unto him, because we're predestinated to be delivered. If you're a part of the hopeful elect, you know, and the great multitude, the Lord knows who he's going to deliver, because we trust in him. Okay. But with an overrunning flood will he make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemies. What do ye imagine against the Lord? You know, speaking to the heathens, he will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up a second time. You know, so we're not going to go into captivity again pertaining to the Israelites after, because you have these Moabites thinking that once Babylon the Great is destroyed, when America is going to be destroyed, they're going to be they're going to be the ones in command. They're going to be the ones in charge. But no, okay, one that was not thought of. Okay, the profitable one, as I brought out earlier, which is Yahushua, he's going to be the one in control. He's going to be the one to destroy these other nations as well in World War III, taking the crowns, you know, and placing it upon his head, you know, and taking over the whole world, right? So it's going to be a dreadful dictatorship under the Israelites for these other nations, okay? And affliction shall not rise up a second time. So the Israelites, the hopeful elect, will not go into captivity after that time, because we're going to obtain a eternal kingdom. We're not going to go into captivity again, man. Okay? So it says here, end up with this. Isaiah 34:5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. And that sword is pertaining to the nuclear missiles. They're going to be bathed in heaven, because they're going to go up in the outer atmosphere. they're gonna be launched up, and then they're gonna go into the outer atmosphere, and then they're gonna come down from the heavens. That's why it says the heavens, because they're gonna come down from the outer atmosphere, in the sense, if I could say it like that. It says here, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. And Idumea is really another word to say Edom, is another word to say Esau. It's going to come down to in the sense we could say Basra, which is the capital of Seir. Okay, and that represents America, because America is the head of the snake, if you could say. Okay, it says here, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood, and made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with fat of the kidneys of ram. For the Lord had a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. So when those other nations come and press that button, they're gonna destroy the land of America. And these other, and America too, don't be fooled. They're gonna press that button too. Okay, so there's gonna be a mad situation, mutually assured destruction. Right. So that being said, this kingdom has an end. This kingdom has an end, and it's written all over the scriptures. I'm sure I could have brought out many more scriptures. I'm sure you brothers out there, you can think of other scriptures to solidify the point that Babylon the Great will be destroyed. Okay, but just by the way of it, man, it's a godless land. A land where they praise idol worship, all sorts of abominations, anything that is adverse to the scriptures, they do it over there, man. All under the supervision of Esau Edom. So that is why that place must be destroyed. Okay, the place where the evil is sown must be overturned before righteousness be exalted on the earth. Right. So that being said, the Babylon the Great, America is one of the main targets for the Most High to destroy, for Yahushua to destroy when he pulls up. Okay, so that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. I like to give all praises and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of Great Millstone. Salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom. DTA Ababa Ba. Soon we're almost out of here. Until next lesson. Shalom.